welcome to my workshop. This is video 2 of the EVA Foam 101. In this video, I'm going to show you all the hand tools I use to cut EVA foam. Let's get started. So let's start with some of the beginning tools. So two of the types of knives that I used when I started out are these retractable knives that you can get anywhere. Any hardware store carries them. They have segments which you can break off. These are great starting blades. They're not super expensive, but you will find that they give a little bit much and don't have a lot of maneuverability. So as soon as you are like, okay, what is the next step, is to get more of a box cutter or a box knife. I happen to have this Husky one. It does have replaceable blades. What I really like about these blades are a little sturdier. The actual structure of this blade is sturdier, and I just like them for the comfort and feel of how they are. So that's why I really like that. For all the detail work that I do, I actually will grab my X-Acto knife. This one is just your standard X-Acto, but it does have a pencil holder on it. This is to save your hands and your fingers. Sometimes gripping the X-Acto blade for really long times can hurt your fingers, so that's why I put these pencil guards on there. These are just standard things that you used in middle school and high school on your pencils or on your pens. And then it is really easy to buy boxes of X-Acto blades in hundreds, so that you can keep replenishing as you're cutting. So now let's talk about some of the more advanced tools that I use that I've gotten because I started working on models and building models for theater, but they help with EVA foam. The one that I like to use a lot it's called a Foam Works, which is the company. It's a straight cutter. So what it does is it actually has these grooves in here that can attach to rulers that have tracks, so that when you do attach it, it just slides along that track so that you can make straight cuts. Or they do have a V-groove cutter that does have the same hooks on it that you can hook onto the adapter rule that they make that goes along with it. They have a free foam cutter, which has a blade that you can use to free foam cut. Most of the time, if I'm doing free foam cuts, I'm doing it with this Husky box cutter, or I'm using my X-Acto for that. They have a rivet cutter, which creates rivets so that it will make it easier to join things together. And then they have this can be a straight cutter or it can be a bevel cutter. So this blade will come down and it will slide along to create 45-degree bevels, which can be super useful when you're cutting EVA foam. When cutting EVA foam with a mat knife or box cutter, make sure that you use a ruler for those cuts that have to be precise. Hold the blade up and down. You want to make sure that you aren't cutting at an angle unless that is what you are looking for to create some sort of bevel on your piece. And make sure to change your blades often. Even if you don't think you necessarily do, I promise it will help. These same tips can be super important when using an X-Acto, particularly because you have a smaller blade surface that's gliding along your ruler, making sure that you stay straight up and down. I use X-Acto blades for my more intricate, smaller. Now let's look at the Foam Works products, and we're going to start with the straight cutter and see what that can do. The blades actually sit in the back. There's like a little place for them. All you have to do is slot them on that end and put that yellow clip on. What's really great about these straight cutters is that they have grooves so that you can attach them along the track of that Logan adapter rule and use it for either side. So you can have it on the left side or the right side, depending on what hand you're using or what you're cutting. I use this for EVA foam, for foam core, for mat board. You can use it for a lot of different things, which is super fantastic. The second Foamworks product that I like to use a lot is the Bevel Cutter. It cuts 45-degree bevels really easily. The only thing that you really have to watch out with this cutter is that you are staying along your line and you don't cut yourself. You can set up jigs, so basically stop so that you can follow along a line, but it really makes really great cuts. Now, some tips and some extra tools that can only help you with your cutting is to get a good metal ruler that you like. Make sure that it has cork on the back so it doesn't end up sliding all over the place. A good Sharpie marker that you like. Well, I get Sharpies, but any silver marker, if you're using black EVA foam, will help you. And also, if you're using X-Acto blades or you're using box cutters or knives, you want to have a place that your sharps are going to go into. So if you're taking off the edges of these, or this blade is dull, I need to switch it out, get a container that you can put all those sharps in so that they're just not willy-nilly in the trash. It will save you if you accidentally throw something in the trash. Reach in and you don't have to like stab yourself with a blade. But it also means that you can throw away your blades in a container taped up so that it's safe and it won't poke through any of your trash bags or anything like that. Thank you for watching. Hit the like and subscribe to see more videos of EVA Foam 101 or any of my maker videos. And if you have any comments or questions, just post them down and I'll be sure to answer and to help you with your questions. And happy making!